So Jehovah's Witnesses tend to deny that Jesus is God. And they also think you have to do good works to be saved. Now here's a question that you can ask somebody who says that. Why do we need Jesus at all then?
Is Jesus God for the Jehovah's Witnesses?
Say that again. Is Jesus God for what?
The Jehovah's Witnesses.
Oh, Jehovah's Witnesses believe Jesus is God? No, they don't.
I think she just has friends and family who are Jehovah's Witnesses.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they don't believe Jesus was God. They believe he was a God, which of course would imply there are many gods, which is against the Christian worldview. So Jehovah's Witnesses tend to deny that Jesus is God. And they also think you have to do good works to be saved. Now here's a question that you can ask somebody who says that. Why do we need Jesus at all then? Right? If we can just be good and get to heaven, why would we need a sacrifice for our sins? And as Paul says in Romans 6, you're either saved by grace or by works. One or the other. And we know we can't be saved by works because if God is just, infinitely just, he has to punish us for our sin, and all of us have sinned. So the only way God cannot punish us and remain just is if he punishes a substitute, an innocent substitute in our place, and that innocent substitute can only be Jesus himself because he didn't sin. So that's why Jesus is the only way, and that's why he had to come. If you could get to heaven by being good, you wouldn't need Jesus.
But what about when they say that like the wages of sin is death, and so when they die, they're paying for their sins?
Okay, but then
I've heard that before.
Right, but then why would they be resurrected? Why would they have an afterlife? And there's so much in the Bible about the fact that you're also going to, if you have sinned and you don't have Jesus, Jesus talks about this in Luke 12, to whom much is given, much will be required. And that those who know better will be beaten with more blows, and those that know less will be beaten with fewer blows, because that's what justice is. In other words, there will be levels of reward in heaven, and there will be levels of punishment in hell, because that's what justice requires. So just dying isn't really a punishment completely, because if Hitler dies and just a garden variety unbeliever dies, how is it fair that Hitler doesn't get more punishment than the garden variety unbeliever? It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be just. So there has to be a punishment in the afterlife, not just the fact that we cease to live.
Thank you.
All right. Great question. Thank you, Carmen. Please pray for anybody who is a Jehovah's Witness. I see them all the time. They were at the Baton Rouge airport this morning when we came through. In fact, they were somewhere else today. They stand around with a sign, and they're trying to do good works in order to earn their salvation. And of course, Christianity says you can't earn your salvation. Well, actually, let me change that, ladies and gentlemen. You can get to heaven by being good. You just got to be perfect your whole life. Too late for me. How about you? Okay, so forget it. You can't.